Hello, this is Mark Satterfield, founder and CEO of GentleRainMarketing.com. Thanks for taking a few minutes to watch this video on how to write a free report that gets readers to take action. This is part 3 in the series, and part 1 and part 2 are also available on the website where you found this, and I encourage you to get a hold of them if you haven't already, but you're still going to want to watch this one before you go back, but please do that. All right, what we've been talking about is your website. And one of the keys in terms of getting you lots more new business is to make your website what we call sticky. Now, let me tell you what I mean by that. The web is a very fast medium. And that's both good news and bad news. The good news is that people can get to your website in a blink of an eye. The bad news is that people can get off your website in a blink of an eye. So what we want to do is we want to slow people down. We want them to spend some time on your particular website. Now keep in mind, what we're really trying to do here is we're trying to build relationships. The premise that we work under is that the relationship really needs to be in place first before we go out and try to sell something to someone. Now, the way, of course, we build relationships, whether they be social relationships or business relationships, is through a lot of touch points, or if you will, a lot of gentle raindrops. Now, of course, in order for me to send you a number of touch points, a number of gentle raindrops, I have to know who you are. Same thing with you. That's the reason why you want to have your website slow down people and make them offers so that they will get some valuable information in exchange for telling you who they are. That naturally, of course, enables you to follow up with them. And that's the role of your free report. So what we've been talking about previously when you're putting together your free report is the importance of titles. And this is sometimes overlooked. Titles are very, very important because that's what motivates people to take that step and say, yeah, this is a topic I'm interested in. That's what gets people excited about reading it. Now, let's take a moment and talk a little bit about content for your free report that does two things. Both builds credibility and makes your readers hungry to learn more. Now, this won't come as a big surprise, but the content of your report will largely follow the title that you selected, especially if you use the formats that we suggested in the first and second videos in this series. So if, for example, if the title is 7 Mistakes Companies Make When Hiring Executives, well, the content's pretty well defined. So you're step 2 in the process and writing the free reports. And this is where people spend an inordinate amount of time, and this is where the whole thing bogs down, in my opinion, needlessly. So for each of the 7 steps, 5 ways, 9 keys, etc., what you want to do is develop 3 to 5 bullet points under each one. And then once you've got your bullet points outlined, then you simply flesh it out. Now, what you want to be thinking about as you're doing this is what would your reader most like to know about this topic? And remember, in these kinds of free reports, what we want to do is we're building trust, building credibility. So we want to give people what we call news you can use, information that's helpful. So tips, tactics, suggestions, ideas, all of these are really great ideas for putting into your free report. And it's this kind of stuff that grabs people's attention and makes them say, hey, this is somebody that perhaps I would like to learn more about. This is perhaps somebody that I'd like to do business with. So, for example, when I originally wrote my Gentle Rain report, its title was 6 Steps for Creating a Flood of New Clients. So I simply bullet pointed out the steps, which was naturally, one of the steps was, of course, how to create a free report. I fleshed them out, and voila, it was pretty well done. I think it took me about a weekend to do. And there's no real reason why you can't have your first, and you're going to want to do a lot of these, your first free report done in that short a time as well. And we'll talk later on about what are the steps in terms of actually producing it and getting it ready. But you'll discover this is pretty simple stuff, and it's not going to cost a lot of money. Now, there are a lot of ways that you can get prospective clients to show an interest in who you are and what you do, and using free reports is just one of them. And that's why you should sign up right now for my free online newsletter that will show you precisely how to get lots more prospects and then turn large percentages of them into paying clients. And you can do that by going to my website, that is www.gentlerainmarketing.com. That URL again is gentlerainmarketing.com. Again, this is Mark Satterfield for gentlerainmarketing.com. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Bye for now.